In this Python coding video, we will understand the problem 1 of problem set 2 for Introduction to Computer Science and Programming using Python. Let's have a look at the question first. Problem 1, paying debt of in a year. Write a program to calculate the credit card balance after 1 year if a person only pays the minimum monthly amount required by the credit card company each month. The following variables contain values as described below: balance, the outstanding balance on the credit card; annual interest rate as a decimal; monthly payment rate, minimum monthly payment rate as a decimal. For each month, calculate statement on the monthly payment and remaining balance. At the end of 12 months, print out the remaining balance. Be sure to print out no more than 2 decimal digits of accuracy. So print remaining balance 813.41 instead of remaining balance 813.4141998135. So your program only prints out one thing, the remaining balance at the end of the year in the format remaining balance 4784.0. A summary of the required math is found below. Monthly interest rate formula is given, minimum monthly payment, monthly unpaid balance, and updated balance each month. So, before we begin, please understand that there may be several possible ways to solve any given coding problem. The way I am attempting to solve this is just one of the many possible solutions. If you want, you can pause this video here, try to attempt this problem on your own, and then come back to this video to see the way I have tried to solve this. Okay, let's begin. We have been provided three variables: balance, annual interest rate, and monthly payment rate. We would not need them when we submit our final code to the edX grader, but as of now, we would start with these three variables having some initial values. Just be aware that these three statements will not be part of our final code which will be submitted. Balance is equal to 5000, annual interest rate is equal to 0.18, monthly payment rate is equal to 0.02. So we initialize these three variables to the value provided in the introduction, which is 5000, 0.18 and 0.02 respectively. Monthly interest rate is equal to annual interest rate divided by 12. Next, we take a variable called monthly interest rate and assign it the value, which is annual interest rate divided by 12.0. Since we know that there are 12 months in a year, and dividing the annual interest rate by 12 will give us the monthly interest rate value. Then minimum monthly payment is equal to 0. Monthly unpaid balance is equal to 0. Interest is equal to 0. We also take three variables called minimum underscore monthly payment, monthly underscore unpaid underscore balance, and interest, and assign them all an initial value of 0, as these variables will be used later in our program. Remaining underscore balance. Then we take another variable remaining balance and assign it an initial value of balance. For month in range 1, Now we take a for loop which will be used to loop over all the 12 months to do the needed calculations. So minimum monthly payment is equal to monthly payment rate into remaining balance. Now we write this statement as we are given that minimum monthly payment is equal to minimum monthly payment rate into previous balance. Monthly underscore unpaid underscore balance is equal to remaining underscore balance minus minimum monthly payment. Now this statement is needed as we know that the monthly unpaid balance is equal to previous balance minus minimum monthly payment. Interest is equal to monthly interest rate into monthly unpaid balance. Remaining balance is equal to monthly unpaid balance plus interest. Now we write two more statements to find the updated balance each month as given in the problem. So first find the interest, which is calculated by finding the product of the monthly interest rate and monthly unpaid balance. And then we calculate the remaining balance by adding the monthly unpaid balance and interest. Print month remaining balance Then we are adding a print statement here so that which will be useful for testing out the given test cases and help us understand how the remaining balance is changing every month. Then balance is equal to round remaining underscore balance to print balance underscore balance. Finally, we round off the remaining balance to two decimal places and print its value as is our desired output. Now let's run the code. Now it shows that the remaining balance is 4691.11, which we can verify is correct if we look at the bottom of the introduction page and see this value mentioned here. We also see the remaining balance in each month. Now let's see if our code is correct. It will be if it works for the test cases as well. First test case 1. So now we change the three statements at the beginning of our code with the values provided in the test cases. So the first is test case 1, which has balance as 42, annual interest rate as 0.2, monthly payment rate as 0.04. Also, according to the test case 1, our code should generate the result as remaining balance 31.38. Now we run this program with these values and see that the output is correct. It gives the remaining balance as 31.38 only. We can also check that each month remaining balance is the same as expected in the test case. Hence our code passes the first test case. Now let's try our code by pasting the values according to test case 2. So we update the values as balance is equal to 484, annual interest rate is equal to 0.2 and annual monthly payment rate is equal to 0.04. And if our code is correct, then it should generate the output as remaining balance 361.61. Now run the program and we see that our code is correct as it gives remaining balance 361.61. Here we are testing our print statement so that it gives us the remaining balance of each month. Now we comment out and run the code again and we see the output gives only the remaining balance 361.61 which was desired. Thus we have verified that our code is correct and works for all the test cases. Now before we submit the code to the edX grader, we need to make sure that we have deleted the first 3 statements. And after that only we do our final submission. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching it. If the solution is not clear to you, you can watch this video again. After that, if you still have some confusion or query, leave a comment below with your question. If you are looking for the answer of some particular Python problem, please feel free to mention the same in the comments below, and if possible, we will try to post a video with the solution for the same. If you want us to keep posting more such videos, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it with others, and do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you.